What's going on, you all? Today we're talking about why Quest 2 is essentially dominating and going to be dominating virtual reality still in the future and currently right now in the present times, man. So if y'all like virtual reality content, everything from gameplay news, tutorials, tips, insights, and more, you can hit us up on Discord, you can subscribe to this channel, and you can also hit us up on TikTok where we have tons of content, and also you can hit us up on our stream on Twitch, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Quest 2 essentially dominates. The first point is going to be it's an entry-level cost at a maxed out experience. So the entry-level price, of course, we know Quest is very affordable from the $299 to the $399 range, depending on what you're getting and depending on how much memory you need, essentially. But let me tell you something here, man. Like, I don't even max out my memory still to this day. Just overall grasping onto it at that price level and what it can do is already a #1 factor into why people buy it. A great comparison or a great similarity is the way the Xbox Series S is. So the way Xbox Series S works is that it's affordable and it's next gen gaming at a much cheaper cost than what anybody else offers right now. Obviously, PS5 is like with everything that was going on over there, and then the Series X. So Xbox Series S gives you an affordable cost for next generation gaming, including graphics, that puts you in the fight and in the competition, and to just show up to the platform to be able to just get it to the next level. Same with Quest 2. Quest 2 has so much competition with everything else, including tethering and PC VR headsets. We already know like far more the more dominating brands that need for you to have a full echelon of a setup. When I first started virtual reality, you would need a very huge setup, but thanks to Quest 2, the entry-level cost, just what it offers as a standalone. Next is a standalone. Quest 2 is a standalone. You don't need a PC. All you need is your phone, some Wi-Fi, and of course the one downfall, which I don't think is a downfall because I'm a millennial, I'm a little bit older, having a Facebook account. Facebook was popping back in my time, so back in my day. Having a Facebook account, having Wi-Fi, and your phone. And Quest 2 is already ready to go, and literally you can do so much features on there. There's green screen features you can do on your phone. There's just mixed reality content. There's AR content, and there's just much more. So it being affordable and it having that terms of a standalone is really tough to come against. Like, I did make a recent video, the Pico Neo 3, where it talks about just them trying to be a standalone and copying like the same format. Like, I mean, I don't know what's going on over there, but basically it's something that's owned by TikTok, and they created their own VR headset standalone, and they just wanted to be inspired by Quest. You know, Quest really took over with all of that. So that's something affordable, standalone. Now let's talk about accessibility. The accessibility of the Quest 2 is why it really flourishes right now. You buy it, you put it on, you set up your boundary, you're ready to go. That's so easy to utilize. With other PC VR headsets, it is very tough to get started and to get rolling and do everything. And now everybody's gonna talk about, oh, the Quest 2 was also kind of, I mean, the Quest 1 was also the same way, but Quest 2 just takes it to a far more level. They're much more just incorporated in it, and they're much more delved into everything. With Project Cambria coming around the corner in release, you're going to see why Quest 2 is still going to be far more like viable and just really dominant, because although they're both made by Meta and they're not in no form or shape going to be competing against each other, Project Cambria is going to be massively expensive, possibly more for the commercialized metaverse and also for more business orientations, workforce. While Quest 2 is just going to focus on the actual foundational culture of what people want to do VR for right now in its early days, which is gaming, entertainment, some educational stuff, conversations and social interactions in the next level. Of course, the immersion and the haptics of it also really help just build this amazing experience where you're just not only playing a game, but you're actually feeling it on top of fitness and well-being and meditation. There's just so much you can do. So that makes it another force to be reckoned with of why it dominates. And you can do all that just straight directly through the app. And then another reason, yeah, I got a million reasons. Another reason, free apps and games. You literally go to App Lab Games and there's free things. With PSVR 2, you're gonna need a PS5, you're gonna need to buy all the exclusives, you need to, or at least own the exclusives already. Quest 2 gives you App Lab Games, including Pavlov, which is still one of the most dominant games you could ever come across. Pavlov Shack Beta is like, they literally had a huge update, and it's one of the best FPS games. And if you love FPS games, or if you just want to get into immersion, they have a zombies mode too. Even if you don't want to just like go against people or go against AI, go to the zombie mode. It's so fun. It's just, that's a free game. So now Quest offers affordability, accessibility, They have free games, literally free games and apps on the official store and in App Lab Games / side quests. That just makes it so much more of a dominant force. Already, there's just so much already offers. On top of that, they do have a lot of aftermarket accessories that are available for the Quest 2 that are not limited. Since Meta is so mainstream, we're bringing that Meta Quest Essential rebranding, and on top of that, the Metaverse, you know, just trying to bring it all in together. There's a lot more just accessories that you can find that are just very cheap if you want to enhance your experience a little bit more. Like me, I like to get an affordable head strap. I like to get controller grips. That really helps out in the experience and really taking it to the next level. Also for your personalized experience, not just for just any universal essence. So that's already another reason why Quest 2 is just going to keep winning. So standalone wireless streaming helps out a lot. So if you can cast your Quest 2 to a phone, to a PC, to a TV, and it's very easy. You just actually get into the casting section. And on top of that, they're going to have the streaming essentials are a lot more easier. Also, when I stream on my Quest 2, much more easier than if I were to do it any other VR headset. Quest 2, I do it completely wireless through casting and AirLink. And then I just put it right over to my PC and then I put it into my streaming software. That's an easier step versus with PC VR. You have to be completely tethered in, usually not wireless. And if you are wireless, I mean, it can cause some hectic issues on top of breaking the bank. And it's a faster option that helps you out, and being just a solely pure Quest 2 stream, like a dedicated Quest 2 stream, instead of just having to get onto the Oculus Home on PCs. And of course, there's another reason why PC VR, it has been leaked with Avalanche on Quest 2. And usually when Quest 2 does that, there's just, it usually does happen. And so Avalanche as a PC VR thing, meaning that you're not going to need PC games in order to get into PC VR with a Quest 2. Now that's going to be huge. Cloud gaming is what they're calling it. And I know it's going to happen because they're taking ideas from what Xbox is doing right now with their Game Pass. Xbox with their Game Pass is doing cloud gaming where you don't have to download the game. You can just play as long as you have some solid Wi-Fi and respectable Wi-Fi or plugged in hardwired. Same with Quest 2. I'm sure that you can get into that PC VR realm as long as you have some respectable Wi-Fi around you, maybe a dedicated Wi-Fi router, and you're going to be able to play PC VR games by just hitting that Avalanche button. And they had that leaked, and that is going to be huge and major for this. But the reason why Quest 2 dominates also, and possibly our last reason we do want to come across and talk about, is that they constantly have functional updates. I literally, in recent times, I just recently, it doesn't feel too long ago that I was talking about like V26 and V27. We're on V41 now, on top of another rollout and a potential leak again coming out. And that is huge. So they really listen to their community in terms of updates and what they offer. They're just completely ahead of their time. And they're really doing what needs to be utilized in a VR community culture and trying to mainstream it. So they do have a lot of hats that they're wearing with this VR headset. But on top of all, to get all of this immersion, to get all this excitement and experience at the cost that they are offering, is going to really take it to the next level. Is a reason why nobody is touching them in virtual reality right now. Ahead of their time, very, very, very affordable, commercialized already, and they're pushing marketing, they're pushing Rising, they're pushing free games, they're pushing updates and experimental features for us to go, which puts it even more of ahead. Is it going to be the best graphics as if you're a traditional PC VR headset? Absolutely not. But to have all this as a standalone, including games like Resident Evil 4 coming over, including Blade and Sorcery Nomad, Bone Lab just making the recent announcement. You have like Ghostbusters, Among Us, you're going to have Roblox. These are games that already have mainstream audiences that are going to come into a mainstream platform to try to help boost sales and just to boost the overall analyzation of what virtual reality is, the immersion and Quest 2 and the overall experience, because right now it's still weirdly overlooked and underrated while dominating at the same time. So it still needs to get a lot of eyes onto it, and I'm sure they're going to be able to do that. And Quest 2 is going to do it, and also Quest 3 and further some with Meta with what they're doing. Y'all got to let me know what's up. Do you own yourself a Quest 2, and are you excited for everything that's coming around the platform and what we're doing? Just y'all got to let me know, man. Like I said, subscribe, hit us up on Discord. You can hit up the Twitch stream, and let's have some conversations, man. I always appreciate that. Peace.